9 years after shattering attendance records, the Susquehanna Valley is the epicenter of the world of professional golf. Once again,
very much excited about the buzz in the community.
the top golfers on earth descend onto the Lancaster Country Club.
These players expect the Women's Open to be a tough test of golf.
But who will take home the coveted U.S. Women's Open trophy?
It's not just another week on tour for them.
It's Making the Cut, live from the U.S. Women's Open, with sports director Bethany Miller.
Hello from the gorgeous rolling green hills of the Lancaster Country Club, the site of the 2024 U.S. Women's Open Golf Championship. The temperature at a fever pitch out at the course after round 2 continues on today, tonight, and throughout the weekend. There's still a whole lot of golf left to play. I'm WGAL Sports Director Bethany Miller. Thank you so much for joining us for Making the Cut. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to be taking you from the back nine to the grandstands with what this tournament means in the big picture of the LPGA schedule and for the fans flocking from all across the country to experience it. I'm joined out here at the club by Barbara Barr and Jacob Hall, who both have their own stories to tell about the caliber of athletes out on the greens and the impact this weekend will have on the Red Rose City. But first, as I mentioned, the first 2 rounds at the tournament have been action-packed on this tough course. Round 2 wrapping up currently out on the course, and we've got some early leaders. Let's take a look. We've got American Andrea Lee and Wakani Michai tied for first at 3 under. Minji Lee, Yuka Sasso are tied for third with 1 under apiece. And how about this? 15-year-old Astris Talley, the youngest competitor in the Open. She's tied for 7th at 1 over par.
I feel like my expectations were to at least make the cut. That's what I wanted to do. And then if I achieved that, I wanted to get low amateur. But I feel like that's still achievable even after today's round. And I feel like I'm doing what I want so far, and I'm really happy with where I am.
I felt like the scores were not going to be super low when I was playing the practice rounds, because I thought when I was playing the practice rounds, it was already hard and it would only get harder because of the stress of the tournament. Obviously, tournament mode is different too when you're just playing a practice round. So I'm definitely not surprised.
My mindset was just focus on every shot, not to look too far ahead, and just enjoy playing golf.
But what may be most shocking of all, number 1 ranked Nelly Korda struggling to stay above the cut. Now, she really needed a miracle today. She struggled during round 1, falling to 10 over par. Today, she's currently on hole 18 at 9 over. She'll need to play nearly perfect golf, if not better, to make it to the weekend. We'll keep you updated on Nelly's status as this special continues. Well, here's what the ladies are playing for. The largest purse in history, $12 million split among the winner and the top finishers. That's compared to just about a $4 million purse in 2015. Well, Jacob Hall leads off our coverage tonight. And Jacob, there are over 100 golfers trying to make the cut here at the Open, and it seems no matter the age, everyone is aiming to make a name for themselves out on the course.
That's one of the unique things about this tournament, that someone like 15-year-old Astris Talley can compete in the same field as Brittany Lang, who is playing in the U.S. Women's Open for the 20th consecutive year. This week at the U.S. Women's Open at the Lancaster Country Club, LPGA Tour veteran Brittany Lang is competing in her 20th consecutive U.S. Women's Open, the longest active streak at this major championship.
Extremely proud, grateful, thankful, because to be able to play in a tournament like this is it's a big treat.
Lang made her Women's Open debut at the age of 18, which is 3 years older than the youngest person in this year's field, Astris Talley, who is still a freshman in high school.
It's unbelievable, of course. I've wanted to qualify forever now. I feel like I've tried to qualify for 3 years and it never worked out. And, it's just amazing to be here for the first time, and I hope it's one of many.
Despite competing in the premier championship in women's golf at a young age, Talley says she is treating it like any other tournament. After shooting even par in round 1 and a 1 over 71 in round 2, she's put herself in position to make the cut and be in contention to win the tournament this weekend.
It's just another day of golf, and I feel like if I keep that mindset for the whole week, it won't really affect me. But I feel like if I just put in the same work as I usually do like any other tournament. It's just the same for me, and I feel like it won't really get to me as much.
In recent years, the sport of women's golf has grown in popularity, and one example of that is girls are picking up the sport at a younger age. And this year's U.S. Women's Open, there are 21 amateur players in the field.
They're so ready to be out here, you know, they're just so sharp and confident. And I don't know what that speaks to, but I just think whatever we're doing, trying to grow the women's game, is going in such a good direction.
Again, Astris has won over through the first 36 holes, which, Bethany, that's a great spot to be in for someone who is still a freshman in high school.
I'd say so, Jacob. Thank you so much. Well, last time this championship was held here in 2015, South Korea's In-ji Chun took home the victory. It was her first major championship win. And coming back to South Central Pennsylvania this year, it's more than just a simple return to her old stomping grounds. She's become kind of Lancaster's sweetheart. News 8's Barbara Barr was there back in 2015. And Barb, even 9 years later, her connection to this community has only grown stronger.
Yes, Bethany. In-ji Chun endeared herself to the galleries back in 2015 through her play and her personality. And since then, she's developed a connection with this community that extends well beyond the golf course. In-ji Chun looks to defend her U.S. Open championship she won at the Lancaster Country Club in 2015. But her impact on this community lasted well beyond the moment she hoisted the trophy.
Everyone was so kind. I wanted something give back to them. Luckily, I got opportunity to make a foundation here.
Give back she has to the tune of $500,000 in scholarship, benefiting about 100 Lancaster Country Club employees and their children.
Rough height is about an inch higher than it is traditionally.
24-year-old Nate Shell is the senior assistant superintendent and a recipient of one of In-ji's scholarships.
It was a big release of burden, you know, the financial strain of any young individual.
On Tuesday, In-ji took time out to meet with Nate, other scholarship recipients, and head ground superintendent Josh Saunders.
Talked to our volunteer staff, kind of said her thank yous and praises of the golf course.
The scholarships from In-ji's foundation helped Shell obtain a degree in turf science from Penn State and a master's in business administration from Westchester.
And this was my career and passion to begin with. And this just helped fuel my desire to continue education.
In-ji was inspired to help others in part by her upbringing in Korea and a sight she saw near the course 9 years ago.
In 2015, when I saw the firefly, suddenly some thought in my mind, oh, I want to be kind of like firefly, to lighting up the people and give them for some inspiration.
She's been a light herself in helping those in a community far from her homeland, but very close to her heart, realize their dreams.
She's a great lady that always has a smile on her face when she comes back here.
And In-ji has won 2 more majors, but today she finished 12 over par, kind of a rough day for her. She will not make the cut, play the weekend to defend her championship. A lot of people are disappointed by that, but certainly she remains a great and beloved champion here. Bethany?
Barbara, thank you. We're continuing to throw it back to 2015 here on WGAL. Still to come on Making the Cut. We take a look at what exactly has changed since the last time the Open was held at the Lancaster Country Club.
Sometimes we've been known to have a line to come in the door.
From polos to hats to everything in between, it is all on sale here at the U.S. Women's Open. Retired Chief Meteorologist Joe Calhoun takes us to the merch stand to see what's for sale.
It's a privilege, really, to be able to use this and get around and watch a golf tournament like this.
Getting fans from all walks of life inside the country club. The changes made to the course this year to allow even more people to get in on the action. All that and more as Making the Cut continues here on WGAL. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Making the Cut on WGAL. It has been 9 years since the U.S. Women's Open has played at the Lancaster Country Club, and a lot has changed since 2015. The club has invested more than $2 million in upgrades. News 8's Barbara Barr was there the last time this championship was held. And Barb, what's different this time around?
A lot is definitely different, Bethany. Nelly Corda described this course as a beast earlier this week, and I asked her why. She said in part because of those small, compact greens, and we all know that the one on number 12 certainly got her yesterday. But there have been a lot of changes from the firmer greens to fewer trees and added bunkers, and it looks a lot different than it did 9 years ago.
Very much excited about the buzz in the community. I believe that they will support it just as much as they did in 2015. And the course is great. The course has improved since 15. The players enjoyed playing it.
Tournament chair Jerry Hostetter shows us some of the marquee holes golfers will face.
Championship golf. Yeah. People want to watch the back nine.
Changes to the Lancaster Country Club course from 2015 include the removal of more than 1,000 trees to open up vistas, the addition of bunkers, and the greens are much firmer now.
It's a lot that's different with the golf course and the incredible work that they've done. Some of these views and vantage points that have opened up, ease of getting around the golf course for spectators.
This is number 3. There was a lot of trees on both sides, but now the view and the vista is so much prettier.
There's another factor that went into the decision to remove trees.
Grass won't grow in shade, so you need sunshine. And removing trees strategically allow healthy grass, healthy turf, much better playable conditions.
There's also a new area for fans to watch, the Pen Club, if you want to pay for the perks.
It's all included F&B.
This is a new idea that we started this year. It's our highest end, all-inclusive ticket package. You can really see 5 holes of golf from standing right here where I am in one spot.
And 12 was one of those holes that we toured when we took that tour and looked at some of the changes, and it has certainly been a monster this week. But this is open golf. It's supposed to be a tough test, and the golfers really have had no complaints. Par is a great score here at the Lancaster Country Club, certainly this week and weekend. Bethany?
Barb, great work. Thank you so much. Making the Cut. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Making the Cut on WGAL. It has been a wild week here at the Lancaster Country Club, from storms delaying play to top golfers struggling to stay afloat. And here to talk about it all is Julia Pine from the USGA. Thank you so much for joining me.
Of course, thanks for having me.
For fans who have not experienced this yet, and I've been here all week, this is a well-oiled machine.
Thank you.
Such a great product you guys have put together. What made you choose the Lancaster Country Club to return to?
Absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, we had such a great experience here in 2015. I mean, this community really embraces this championship. I mean, we've heard it said it's like the Olympics here, and we love that. So the community is why we came back. The golf course is why we came back. I mean, the players have said it all week. This is a true championship test.
And with that being said, it has proven to be a tough course already. Does it surprise you a little bit about how low these scores are when speaking with the golfers?
I don't think so. We knew that this course was going to play really hard. This is the one week of the year that the players want that. You know, Angel Yin, she's been playing in USGA events for almost a decade. She said, we want it hard this one week. If we wanted it to be easy, we'd be out playing on the mini tours. But when we come to a USGA event, we expect that true test that tests us physically, mentally.
And with that being said, Nelly Corda is currently, a little below that cut line. We're waiting to see what she does there. But with that being said, you watch the world's #1 golfer shoot a 10 over on day one, but you see somebody like 15-year-old Astrid Talley, who is now 1 over, and she's tied for 7th. How cool does that make this storyline going into the weekend?
It's about openness, first and foremost. That is the U.S. Open, and so someone like Astrid can qualify in and play with their idols. We hear even the professionals like Lexi Thompson, it's her last U.S. Open. She remembers her first as an amateur, teeing it up next to her idols on the driving range or playing practice rounds with them. That's the experience Astrid is having this week, and that's the experience Nelly had in an amateur 10 years ago at her first Women's Open. But yeah, tough hole for her yesterday. She's fighting back.
Of course. And I just want to wrap it up real quick by saying you see all these little girls coming to this tournament and watching their heroes play on the course. How inspiring is it for people like me and you to watch them sort of look up to their heroes and be able to see it and bring it all here to Lancaster?
Yeah, I mean, we partner with the LPGA on the USGA LPGA Girls Golf Foundation, and we say little girls, big dreams, and you see that in action here. Women's sports is having a moment, whether it be soccer or basketball, what we're seeing with Caitlin Clark, and golf's having that moment too. So to be able to bring it here to Lancaster Country Club, have little girls who have never had an event this big in their hometown, it's something we're really proud of.
Julia Pine, thank you so much. This tournament is amazing. Get out here if you have not gotten tickets already. But first, we're going to send it to Jacob for all those walks of life who can enjoy the tournament themselves.
Yeah, Bethany, throughout this tournament, fans have walked all over the course to watch these golfers compete, but we'll tell you about an alternative way for fans with limited mobility to still take in the action.
Well, we're excited to be here. We like golf, and you know, we've followed the women tournaments over the years, and so, you know, it'll be fun.
I'm just excited to watch the golfers.
Well, the U.S. Women's Open is one of the biggest sporting events in the history of the Susquehanna Valley, and it's only gotten as massive thanks to the fans that have come out each year. And the fans, they have been spending. Former WGAL Chief Meteorologist Joe Calhoun takes us to the Lancaster Country Club's merchandise stand to see the keepsakes for sale.
Yeah, we're live in the merchandise pavilion, which I hope to spend a few dollars tomorrow when I come out for myself, not working. We have the people who are running this show. Jay, Mary Beth Filling, local Lancaster clothiers, but you were telling me earlier this place has been mobbed, right?
Every day. Well, you can see in the background if you can. It's like this almost all day long. And, you know, we'll do probably 15 to 17,000 people through here, 40,000 items. And, you know, it's really becomes all about the volunteers and the staffing. And this has been, as Mary Beth does almost all of the interactions with volunteers. She's amazing. Okay. She's done a great job. So ask her about the volunteers. She'll tell you.
Yeah, you said to me earlier you want to be friends with all these.
I want to. The volunteers are amazing. I had 99 volunteers that were scheduled throughout the week, and they showed up every single shift. They stayed. They came in early. They stayed late, and they're amazing. And like I said, I want to be friends with all of them. I'd hire them in a heartbeat.
Except for that one real tall guy named Roach.
Yeah, Brian Roach. Yes.
You never know who you're going to find here.
He's also one of those special guys that want to stay on extra.
And we have volunteers as far away as Singapore.
That was amazing. Yeah. Now, shirts, hats, obvious. What are some of the other things you have?
I mean, we have so many little trinkets at the register. People are grabbing. There's tokens, there's Sharpies, there's sunscreen, and everything has the U.S. Open logo on it. So everybody wants it.
Okay.
And that logo, due to the local tie-in with the Red Rose, has really been, I think, a successful element.
It's a beautiful shirt.
It's a great shirt. Well, there's good product here, too.
My wife see that? That's a beautiful shirt.
And by the way, we're trending to beat the record in 2015, so I think we're in pretty good shape here. Lancaster has supported this event. I'm so proud to be a Lancastrian, and what happens here and the loyalty, it's really cool.
Well, I appreciate both of you. Thank you very much.
Good to be. Thanks for coming.
I appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you. And Lancaster should too. All right. Well, thank you. Back to you guys.
And this year, the Country Club is making sure that any fan at any age can come out and enjoy the festivities. Jacob Hall, he's back. And Jacob, it all comes down to accessibility, right?
Yeah, that's right, Bethany. This is just a massive golf course that requires a lot of walking. However, because of battery-powered scooters, fans with limited mobility who wouldn't otherwise be able to attend the tournament in person can still be here to watch the Premier Championship in women's golf. As the 400-plus acre Lancaster Country Club hosts the U.S. Women's Open this year, thousands of fans are walking around the course watching the best women's golfers in the world. But for fans with limited mobility, there are battery-powered scooters available to help them get around to different holes.
I had a stroke about 7 years ago, and my walking is bad, so when this opportunity came up, I took it.
It's a privilege, really, to be able to use this and get around and watch a golf tournament like this.
Greg Alexa and his wife Pam are running the Disability Services tent this week, the same role they held when the tournament was here in 2015 after Greg received a phone call from a friend who was the vice chair of the tournament at the time.
We have a family member that has special needs, so we have lived it for many, many years, and he thought we'd be an excellent fit to help the others that are in need of any services as such.
Our whole life has revolved around making sure that individuals with disabilities have the opportunities that individuals without disabilities have.
Throughout the week, Greg and Pam say they have gotten a lot of positive feedback on the scooters.
They have been absolutely excited that they have this option.
For Hershey, he says he is thankful for the opportunity to watch high-level golf in his hometown of Lancaster.
We're just happy that we can be here, and so it's a big thing. We just feel honored and glad to be here, and it's right at our back door.
And there are over 100 scooters that are given out on a first-come, first-served basis. And today, all those scooters were gone by 11 a.m. Bethany?
Jacob, thank you. That is going to do it for us out here at the Lancaster Country Club. For Barbara Barr, Jacob Hall, and our entire crew, I'm Bethany Miller. This has been Making the Cut. We leave you with the sights and sounds from the course from Chief Photographer Dan Maddox. Have a great night.
I have 3 daughters. I have twins, and then I have one daughter that's a year older, so they're almost like triplets. And I got them all tickets, so they're all here this week.
I just saw someone, her name's Alexa Pano, and she's like 19 years old, and she's really cool because she's like my age, so I got her to sign my hat, and it's pretty cool.
We were at the 3rd green, and a gentleman was standing next to us and knelt down next to CJ, and he said, "Who are you here to follow today?" And she said, "Tally." And he handed her a golf ball, and he said, "You tell my daughter to sign this for you today."
I want to be the person that always signs autographs and always takes some pictures, and I feel like it's great to inspire young people knowing that I was once them. It's awesome to have fans, especially like young girls, because I know I was in their shoes one time.
The youngest person on the course today is only 7 years older than her. It's just absolutely just such an inspiration for her and just for other girls her age.
It's just awesome to see that people are finally watching women's sports and people that support women, you know, even for the youngsters to the seniors, you know, everybody's just having a great time out here, and I feel like we're doing what we love, so people that support that are really amazing.
Do you think it's cool to see how far girls can go in sports and whatever they can put their mind to? Yeah.
Can you sign, please?
She's asking tons of questions, very interested. She's looking forward to playing. It's really a lot of fun. She's just watching her and all of the women out here. It's
10.
Incredibly inspirational for somebody her age.
11 signatures so far. I've spent all my life been wanting to get to see Nelly Corda and some other girls that I've been saw on TV, and I just wanted to come out to see all the girls play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have 9.
It's just a beautiful golf course and just very inspirational seeing all these women play. Hopefully one day the girls will be just like them. It really gets us really excited. I mean, today in the car, they were just like, I'm so excited, and we're looking at all the future U.S. Opens happening, and I'm saying, that could be you at Marion in however many years.